Folks, we are back. I apologise sincerely. I still cannot get that sound back up and running, but we will watch the race here, and you'll just have to listen to the dulcet tones of the Meeps champ this week. Unfortunately, this is just going to be the way it is for this one. I cannot. Everything freaking deleted on me earlier on, and it took me ages to get shit back up, and just typical, as we would be coming into the end of this. As we see, folks, Budge is leading us around because Budge has secured pole in this Monegasque Grand Prix, followed by Major Jam. Major Jam having a big fight back there, and he came up and got within 1/10, but Budge didn't have to do another lap. He pulled in at the last minute in order not to waste any more tyres. Major Jam in second. Why not see the Alpha Tauris dominating again? There they are, 2 and 3 in there. Only Budge doing better this time. Bunsey in fourth. Angry Chameleon in fifth. Great performance from him considering that first lap. Blue Gunner in sixth. Mayo Man in seventh. And Welsh Wizard looks like he's hit the back of Wilfred Boney, and there will be a time penalty for that. There they are on the thing. So we have then, Mayo Man followed by Elite Carbon. Shamrock in ninth. Supreme Boy on 10th, Valtteri Bottas in 11th. 12th is Wilfred Boney, Welsh Wizard is in 13th, Mormick and Vernie Verne making up 14th and 15th at the back of the grid. So that's us. We are on, we are good to go, and we are going to leave on position change because that is the best way to have it in the first. And we're away, and Budge is right up there now. Major Jam is, put the pressure on, but look, Major Jam is around, and he's, oh my God, Major Jam to the back, but just crashes everywhere. There is crashes everywhere. Valtteri Bottas into the back, 5-second penalty for Major Jam going the wrong way. Major Jam all the way back to the back in order because he became the absolute plug in that there. And we don't have any safety car? Really? Really? So the Alphas are all the way back. That can't be right. That was a 5-car pile-up and everybody was taken out. There is Mayo Man, but Budge is away. He got cleanly away. And Bunsey's all over the back of him here in that Haas. There is the strength. This may be the exact track he needs for. This is maybe the exact track Budge needs because, like that, it's not all about speed around here. And that Aston is a good balance of turns and accuracy, but also mid-range speed. Budge sets the fastest lap. And there is a long way back to Chameleon, who is now on his third podium in a row by the looks of things. But there's a long, long way to go. 39 laps in total in this one for us in week 20. Absolute carnage into turn 1, Saint Devote. And now we have Budge coming down and around towards the Grand Hotel Hairpin and heading to Le Portier, where Ayrton Senna lost out to his teammate Alain Prost. So, into the tunnel. Here they are as they come down and around. We have Major Jam, Why Not See, Valtteri Bottas and Blue Gunner all after pitting, I'd say. Oh no, Blue Gunner's pitted, but the rest haven't. But they are all the way back down, back down the standings. All the track is clear, and we are good to go. Major Jam up to 12th. This is a very interesting race already from Bunsey and Budge at the start, at the beginning of this Grand Prix. Major Jam is not in the points. Budge in the major points right now, and he is looking like he is doing everything possible to stay ahead of Bunsey. And Bunsey's all over the back of him. DRS is now enabled, but folks, track position on this circuit is vital. We are joining Budge coming around now towards the he's coming around towards Casino Square and down again to he's coming down to the hairpin, the massively popular hairpin, or vastly known, I should say, Budge eking out there just a little bit, up to about 8/10 there as he exits and around through the tunnel. Absolutely vital here that he gets some sort of lead here and maintains it if he is to still believe that he can win this championship. Chameleon there in a great position there after jumping up 2 positions, and the biggest gainer of all this is Vernie Vern in 8th with 7 jumps, but the biggest loss has to have come from Major Jam and Why Not See, and obviously Blue Gunner, who are down 9 places in this. Chameleon setting fastest lap there, so he's eking into that time there. He was holding back, but he is all over the back of these guys. And Mayo Man, another title contender, but a little bit further back, he's in 3rd position. Maybe too late now if Budge is going to score consistently. The only driver, as far as I know, who has scored in absolutely every race this season, not finishing below 8th and only finishing below 6th the one time when he did finish in that 8th position. So absolutely vital at the front here. So there is a big gap back all the way down the track here, but look at Budge there as he comes out and around, and he is now 1 second almost ahead of that Haas. There he is, and Angry Chameleon is reeling in Bunsey in that Haas. So now that might be ideal for Budge, who is now outside the 1 second there, and he'll have the DRS. He's outside that DRS zone. But now, Chameleon losing a little bit of time there. He is outside that 1 DRS zone as well. And Mayo Man, he is all over the back of Chameleon. But folks, they can be all over the back as much as they like. The fact is here that you will find it very difficult to pass on this track. It is tight all the way around. Chameleon running a bit wide there and letting Mayo Man catch right up to him. The biggest part for overtaking, I believe, is down and around into turns 10, 11 into Novell Chicane, but you want to be very brave to try it. Mayo Man there, struggling. Welsh Wizard, Major Jam as well with that 5-second penalty. He is passing Mormick as we talk about it there. Mormick not enjoying this again. Major Jam now into the points once again after that terrible start to his race. And we have Wilfred Boney, who's around in Sector 2. Where is he? There's Vernie Vern. Oh, he was coming down and out of the tunnel. And Welsh Wizard is right behind him. Now there is carbon all over the track as Welsh Wizard and Wilfred Boney had a little bit of a tussle in the formation lap. Oh, and there it is. And he's after absolutely stopping dead, trying to let Wilfred by, but absolutely after creaming him in Tabak. Absolutely massive. He's after doing massive damage. I'd say both these guys, well, at least there. Maybe he just got hit the tyre. So there's that much, I guess. But there we go, folks. Absolutely crazy. Budge, there's a little bit of a spread out in front now where Budge is now still 1.5 seconds ahead and comfortably driving in this one. He might pull out ahead where Chameleon and Mayo Man, this is the closest battle on track. Absolutely neck. He gave it a look. But Chameleon cutting that corner there, something rotten. He will, if he keeps that up, he will absolutely get a penalty. He won't be able to do that for many times, and the position will be seceded purely on penalties at that rate. Absolutely crazy. Wilfred Boney now in the pits, or just coming out of the pits there, and he is at the back of the pack after that incident, spinning coming out of the tunnel. And Bunsey closing up on Budge. Did Budge make a mistake, or is Bunsey putting down the hammer? It is a tight battle at the front, but folks, it is all about track position. Oh, and we have Major Jam as a Welsh Wizard. Welsh Wizard into the pits after only 6 laps on those mediums. That is That is not great for him. He is getting another set of mediums and a new wing. So he just waited the extra lap to sort that out. Will he get out ahead of Wilfred? He is coming out now, and Wilfred is coming down the pit straight, but it looks like he will have beaten that, and he is. He's out and around in time for to stay ahead of. No, he didn't. Wilfred came out of nowhere. That was crazy. I don't know what was happening there. Anyway, here we go. Shamrock, Mayo Man, and Angry Chameleon in a really close battle here in the middle of the track, or in the mid part. Just, well, Chameleon's on the podium, but they are in the middle. They're all on their own. Bunsey putting up some serious time there. How is Budge doing? Why Not See with 3-second penalty, and Why Not See is already, as well as Major Jam, back from second and third all the way to 8th and 9th currently, but they are making some strides now. Why Not See is into the pits. He was on those softs. How long will the softs go? That is the key here. Shamrock, the furthest up. Welsh Wizard is out of this race in sector 3. Oh, and there's a call. Where is Budge? Is he going to get the benefit of... Oh, he's a long way to go. He's not. Is he? Oh. Is he going to get the assistance of... No, we're back racing. No, even VSC, it looks like. Very strange. Very strange the way the safety cars are operating. How is Angry third? Because if you look down, you see Why Not See and Major Jam are all the way back in 8th and 12th. There was a 6-car pile-up in turn 1 on lap 1, and Budge and Bunsey raced free from 1st and 4th all the way up to 2nd, and Chameleon was in 5th and avoided the carnage, but a lot of other people got caught up. Verne all the way up to 8 positions, up to 7th from the back of the grid as a result of all of that. So that will let you know. Safety car. What are you saying, safety car? Where the hell are you watching safety car? No safety car here, is it? Sector 2. Do we have somebody else out? Oh, stops. I want on tire. Safety car. Are you on? You're on a different stream. You're watching it live. No, I'm watching it live. There's a delay to you. There's no safety car. Yeah, so Chameleon the beneficiary from 5th up to 3rd because of that carnage. I don't see a safety car, man. I don't know what you're talking. I'm missing something. Anyway, we'll move on. Elite Carbon, all on his own. Very lonely race for him. Let's see the stops that people have had. Everybody at the back has stopped, but no more. Elite Carbon now making a stop. He was on those 8-lap old softs. As I said, Shamrock, the highest running medium runner at the moment, he is up 4 positions. So that is great for him. But the part about that matters is obviously he will have to stop too, and it's about how far he can extend those mediums. And if he gets the help of a safety car, he is in great form. Sector 1. Somebody is around in Sector 1. Oh, what is going on? I don't see anybody in Sector... Oh, bit of an issue there. Maybe somebody just running wide. But, yeah, wow. How's it going, folks? We are live with the wheel-to-wheel Week 20 Monaco Grand Prix. Budge leading this currently. He is 1 second ahead of Bunsey, who is now 3.5 seconds ahead of Angry Chameleon. And Bunsey is the first one to stop. Oh my! Is he going for the undercut? Does the undercut work here, folks? I much appreciate Varun. Thank you so much. Oh, is that my friend from Brazil? Is that my friend from Brazil? How art thou, fella? Mr. Chef. Gaming Chef. So, Now we have Chameleon up to there. This is all about where Bunsey comes out and how tied up he gets. But it looks like he has plenty of free air. I have to imagine that Budge is going to react to that. Will this undertake work? Is Budge into the pits? Budge is coming down through swimming pool. That's not a long way. And Bunsey is in the tunnel. So Budge is coming around and towards the pits now. Will he react? He has to. So now we will stay on board with Bunsey. Is this the magic? Oh, Chameleon into the pits too. Shamrock now out ahead. Budge onto the mediums. Now, here it is. Has Bunsey achieved the undercut? Mayo Man is there. He's on the mediums. Is he got the undercut? Is that the undercut to watch? Budge is out. Oh, and he is just after getting out ahead of Mayo Man. Wow! The two. Wow! That was close. Ouch, that was close. But he has done it, and Bunsey has actually lost his place to, and Chameleon is back to 5th now because Mayo Man and Shamrock are out ahead. But, oh my, Elite Carbon and is getting overtaken on the hairpin by Vern. Wow. On the 11 lap all softs. Oh my. That was a hell. That must have been an excellent lap. Oh, that was Mayo Man absolutely smashing the barrier there. Budge though now is going to get the opportunity. This is the problem for Bunsey. He is behind Mayo Man now, and if Mayo Man can't can't stay up with Budge, you're going to have an issue. But he has got the DRS, so he will be hanging on to him. I forgot about that DRS zone on that straight there. Budge is going to be, 3-second time penalty for Bunsey. Oh, and look at this. The racing at the front here is insane. That's a massive penalty for Bunsey, especially the fact now that he is caught behind Mayo Man because of that undercut. Mayo Man must have had an absolute... and Budge absolutely lamping off the sides as well. It looks like everybody's off the sides. Nobody's comfortable on these mediums. Oh my. Any music? I can't play music because they absolutely take it down. Undercut alert, absolutely. But it looks like Budge is safe for the moment. So Budge is 14 seconds behind Shamrock, which means that when he does pit, at least so long as it's not on, so long as it's not on under safety car, Budge is going to take that spot back, especially now since he's already caught up to 13.5 seconds. I don't know what the time in the pits is under safety car, but we are getting, I imagine by that stage, unless it's imminent, and even then, Shamrock would have to come out maybe on the hards because he hasn't changed his tyres. So it may be a case where he has to come out on hards in order to get to the end instead of the soft. The soft will not do 25 laps on this track, that's for sure. A new set of softs near the end might do maybe 12, 13 laps, but you wouldn't want to be doing much more than that if you want to stay in the lead, that's for sure. So, Mayo Man all over the back of Budge. Bunsey now losing a little bit of time to Mayo Man ahead. Budge needs to get out ahead far enough that he's 1 second ahead when he comes into those DRS zones, or else he is he damaged? He's not damaged, no. That was a crazy undercut by Mayo Man. And Budge on the soft, on the newer tyres, coming up and around towards the pit straight. But Mayo Man is all, when he gets up to here, Mayo Man is flying. So he is if he gets the wrong exit in there, he's likely to be overtaken there as well. But I think Mayo Man may have missed his opportunity when he may have missed his opportunity when he didn't try it up towards Casino. If Budge gets out of that 1 second range, you have to imagine that he is going to take this home all the way. He is now within 9.7 seconds of Shamrock, who is going long on those mediums. And he will drop all the way back down the order, unless, of course, he gets the safety car, and he may retain the position. But we haven't seen a safety car in weeks, absolute weeks. Everybody else on track, absolutely spread out. And critical for Bunsey as well is that 3 second time penalty, because he needs to get out ahead and pull away in order to clear that. And right now that just looks like too big an ask with 23 laps remaining, even with 23 laps remaining in this race. Budge now coming up and around towards Casino Square and down towards the Marabou Hut and Grand Hotel hairpin. And this is an interesting trio out front. None of these guys. It's a long stint to do this on those mediums, but these are very short laps as well by comparison to some of them. So maybe, just maybe, Budge is already catching up on the back markers, and they may have a place to play when it comes to DRS. And he is absolutely and utterly outside that DRS zone now. And let's see where Mayo Man is. Mayo Man's back in that zone as he comes around here. Mayo Man burning a bit of the ERS as they come up towards the first turn, Saint Devote. So now, actually, it wasn't a back marker that Budge was seeing up all that way up ahead. It was actually Shamrock, who is now only 6 seconds ahead. But he will have the soft tires in his second stint. It just really depends on how far back he falls out. Budge a lot faster in the second and third sector in this, but Mayo Man catching up and getting back into the DRS zone as the lap ends. So, we 800ths, 900ths of a second, or 9/10ths of a second ahead now again. Bunsey all over the back. That might be the thing that saves Budge is the fact that bit of a tap there from Bunsey, and that is probably going to help Budge hugely, because so long as Mayo Man has to concentrate on the flying Bunsey behind him, you will absolutely no doubt give Budge the opportunity to get ahead. But as you say, there's Shamrock into the pit, 16 laps done on those medium stint, and Budge now way ahead. Now, how far will Shamrock drop? He's dropped behind Chameleon. Will it? He won't. I think he'll come out in front. He definitely will come out in front of. Oh no! Elite Carbon has got him as well. Oh my! And he's going hard to the end, so it's going to be a second stop. It's going to be a two-stopper for everybody else. It looks like. I don't think you're going to get, unless we get some. What do we get? Safety cars or something like that. We are absolutely going to have a situation where Shamrock will go to the end, but the others won't. Now, I don't know if what the hard tires are like around here. Budge also, it is noted that as Budge is down to about 30% in his ERS. But Mayo Man has been using a bit up in order to get back in there as well. He's forcing Mayo Man to use ERS, which is great, because if tides were to turn, he doesn't have all that much extra than him when he goes into that DRS zone. So Budge has activated he hasn't activated. He's boxing clever here, knowing he's not defending fresh air, and he's also not having to worry about Mayo Man, who is using that, and Bunsey as well, using it all the way up the hill into Casino Square. This is an interesting battle at the front, but we will go back and see what's going on. We will rejoin the battle at the front. But Major Jam and Why Not See now all the way back in 9th and 10th. Absolutely. Yeah, no safety cars at all. No, I'm talking about these. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Not miles ahead, no, but he's I'm really talking about the three guys ahead. They're miles ahead of everybody else. Sorry, and I'm talking in relation to the attack possibly from Shamrock late on in this. Angry Comedian has gone to 3-second time penalty. So that helps Bunsey. Bunsey may retain his. Well, it looks like he was going to retain his podium as it was standing there, but Knockos is not in this league. Maybe next year. Yeah, let's go down the rankings and see where people are. Everybody else is so widely spread out. Shamrock is all over the back of Elite Carbon, all right, who has gotten promoted as a result of all that. But Shamrock, if he catches up to all these guys, will get. As long as he gets up, he may jump Chameleon and Elite Carbon, depending on how close they get. Blue Gunner now back all the way up to 8th position, but he has to stop yet again, or he has to stop as well. So he had to stop earlier to change his wing. So Why Not See and Major Jam in the Alphas all the way back down at the end of the points. They will make a couple of spots up, no doubt, but Why Not See is in danger as well because of his time penalty. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no team orders at Aston Martin at all. And it looks like it's same as we left it when we left it. Still the trio there within the DRS zone, but look at this. Mayo Man now really, really close. So let's see where that leaves them. Budge extends just enough in the middle sector in order to get ahead and maintain the lead. And around here, a second is huge, is what I'm saying. But at the same time, the distance all the way back to Shamrock is massive for him if they were to stop again. But again, track position is vital. Sector 2, we have somebody around. Problem is, it's entirely difficult to tell who it is. Verne with another penalty. Knocko's not in this league, no, and we are missing 3 drivers today. Or sorry, 2 drivers. I beg your pardon. What have we got? 14 drivers. Yeah, so 3 drivers. Is a hero. And there's the Alpine. Given the blue flag there to let those guys by as they battle. And this is where we find the biggest battle is on track. But in this case, Budge just getting enough ahead. We got 43% on that and 24 for Budge. So Budge is definitely having to use the ERS to maintain that. But he's doing enough in the middle sector that when he gets round to the DRS zones later on in the lap, he is still there and ahead. Okay, the 3 lads way out ahead of Chameleon in 4th, but Chameleon having that kind of a race where he can just take it easy and not be concerned too much about what's going on ahead of him or behind him, as it turns out, and that will do him the power of good because there'll be no pressure. And another good result. I think that's 2/3 and a 4th in the last 3 weeks. So Chameleon turning on the major points. And he is catching up with Verne, I think, at the back. I think all the guys are catching up. Maybe Budge is getting some DRS on from some of the back markers. Not this time, obviously, but in previous ones, in previous laps. So we're up through Masonette and around into Casino Square. And Mailman looking at the back of his teammate's car. 1 second in the difference now. It's the turns around here that Budge just seems to have the advantage, and it gets all the way up to there. And a good exit out here. Oh no, Mailman got the better exit, and he's back within that. DRS zone. Oh, but he loses a little bit of time there. This is dicing. He is dicing with that DRS zone. And Bunsey, a good bit back now from Mayo. It's around here that Budge is not comfortable. He is giving up an awful lot of time to Mayo in that part of the third sector. But he loses about 3-4 tenths easy in that around by swimming pool. He's not comfortable there at all. Budge using it up, going up by Beau Rivage up towards Massenet. So he's using that on that start part of the lap in order to get up there and around. This is where Budge has previously gotten a bit of traction in a way. So there's the 8 tenths, there's the 9 tenths, there's the he's still a little bit ahead. He gained about a tenth there, but he was gaining a bit more there. But Mailman gets back at him in the last part of this lap. Let's join Major Jam as he tries to make his way back up through the rankings, and he is now all over the back of Blue Gunner, who has yet to stop despite doing 22 laps. And that gives you an indication that those guys on the mediums can get to the end. I think they have to do something like 27 laps. But Blue Gunner setting the precedent that you can do that many laps on the mediums. He had to stop early as a result of a nose change. Or the accident on corner 1 in lap 1. So this is a much faster Major Jam. He's gotten by Valtteri Bottas. He is using the ERS. He has used the ERS well because he has still a lot to burn. And that's Blue Gunner. Oh, and the nose. Oh, and Major Jam is around, and he's in the wall. Oh, Valtteri Bottas gets it back, and why not see his past and Supreme Bio. Major Jam is only getting back up and running, and we have no safety car whatsoever here again. Oh my. And there's Budge now coming out of the Nouvelle Chicane down towards Tabak and into swimming pool. The second chicane in the swimming pool, turns 15 and 16. Oh, Mayo attacked that corner, and he's looking. Oh, Budge, has he got enough there? He's going up the inside. Budge defending the inside, and he's derating now as well. Mayo is waiting for that. It's 13 laps in this, and he's been behind Budge for at least that. Oh, this is interesting. Budge derating now at the front, down to about 13%. So he's burning it all up. He's had to defend from the front for a long time. And that was crazy bad for Major Jam, who is now a long way off Supreme Bio in 10th. And Supreme Bio is likely to go to the end of this again. I suppose he may go for the two stop, but it's track position is too valuable around here. If he can get to the end and nurse those tires, he'll do it. Budge getting a little bit further ahead this time, so the attack is less chance of an attack. Oh, Mailman really attacking that corner. That's the difference maker, it seems. He comes a lot faster into that sector. Supreme Bio with another 5-second penalty, or 3-second penalty. So that might be the thing that helps Major Jam get at least into the points. Look at that. Every single time Mayo Man catches right up and goes for it. But he's always just a couple of tenths off. Will Budge, he's derating again. Oh, this is just nerve-wracking. And there's Bunsey joining the two front guys in the Astons. The Astons going to have an absolute haul of points, literally, in this race, and looks like they've already secured the constructors championship. Budge's second constructors, I believe, winning it in season 1 with Vern. And last season was, I believe, season 2 was Major Jam and Why Not See. But Budge retaining that championship again. Budge as well, the only ever drivers champion in wheel to wheel. He has won the first 2 seasons, and he is leading comfortably coming into the final 5 races of this season as well. So Major Jam not doing his championship chances any good at all, and it looks like Mayo Man will jump past Major Jam again, and Budge will vastly extend his lead coming into the final 4 races. I think this is the race that Budge needed to get that final splurge on before the faster tracks that he doesn't fancy against that faster AlphaTauri. We are looking at Budge tapping the wall there. Not good. Is he carrying damage, I wonder? Because he's not as comfortable around here as he probably would have liked. There is 8 tenths back to Mayo Man, and that's the problem. Mayo Man is finding it difficult to retain the distance all the way around, although he's attacking again right there. That's it, the second part of the swim pool, and this is where Mayo Man might get it. Oh, losing some of that time there. Budge getting out with about 5 tenths, but here we go. We will stay live looking back at Mayo Man as they come down this straight. Budge defending, and again Mayo Man I think he's just letting it happen now at this stage. He's not going to risk it too much. I don't think he's going to risk too much. Okay, we are at the same situation we have been for 20 something laps now. We've had the undertakes, and we've for Mayo Man on Bunsey and Angry Chameleon, and then so yeah, let's see. Bunsey falling outside, Mayo Man there losing a little bit of time again, and it's just that kind of, he needs to be in the 3 tenths, 4 tenths all the time. But Budge there getting a nice exit out of the Nouvelle chicane, and this is where Mayo Man, let's see what it is when he comes up here, because Mayo Man attacks that corner much quicker than Budge does. Back up within the 4 tenths, and then Budge getting a nice exit out here normally. Mormick with another one. This is, we stay on. Oh, that's bit of a slippage there. Major Jam fast slap. Not much good to him if he's going to be in 11th, but he'll take every point he can if he can get into the points, that's for sure. Okay, well, let's see if there's anything else going on. Elite Carbon is on the back of Chameleon. The 15 seconds. There's 18 seconds. So now even Shamrock now with that late stop on those mediums is 18 seconds off more than 18 seconds off the pace of the leaders. So no fear of an attack there if these guys are going into the end, which they likely are. And also the same for what was I going to say? For Shamrock. Everybody going to the end, I imagine, at this stage. because Budge is only 18 laps down with 9 laps to go, and there's Blue Gunner 28 laps in on those mediums, I beg your pardon. Okay. Lee Carbon again, another one, finding it difficult to get past. Chameleon just putting the car right in the centre of the track when he needs to, and getting away. And obviously as well, the Ferrari's just a little bit faster. But here it is. Here's the 2/10 difference. He's just not getting in there. Chameleon obviously has loads of DRS to battle with, or ERS to battle with. He does, as Elite Carbon does not. But this is an interesting battle, to say the least. 2/10 now coming down around towards the hairpin, the very famous hairpin in Monaco, with all of the names. Oh, he's trying to mount the curb there to get around. We did see Vern do that earlier and get around, but not happening right now. Vern has retired and DNF'd in this race. Okay, here we go. So, looks like Bunsey and Mayo are having the biggest battle on track right now. Budge has extended his lead at the front to 1.6 seconds, so he's no longer having to use that ERS. He's no longer given Mayo the DRS, and Mayo is going to have to start lapping up that ERS to get back in, and then Budge doesn't have to defend with it, so he can build up a little bit of it. But he's not going to get a whole lot, I wouldn't have thought. Not if he wants to stay ahead. He's 1.6 seconds ahead now. That's a good time to get out of the DRS zone, because even with DRS, Mayo Man was finding it very, very difficult to get by Budge at any stage. And Budge is on the slightly newer tires, as is Chameleon, but Chameleon is 15 seconds now off the leaders. So the battle is for second, although Mayo doesn't really have to worry about that either, because Mayo, Major John with a 3-second time penalty, and that puts paid to his race, I would have thought. The only benefit here is that the guys behind them, why not see Wilfred and Mormick also have penalties. He looks like he is done and dusted for this race. Mayo Man is now having to defend hard against Bunsey, which means that ultimately, if he doesn't get back, he is back. Oh, he's just outside it. He's dicing with it, but Budge got a lot of laps there without it. He was using the DERS to stay outside of it, though, it looks like. But he got a few laps reprieve, and now there's only 7 laps left in this race, or 6.5 laps left in this race now, because we're halfway around this one. And yeah, Bunsey might have had his attack done as well. Budge just a little bit more comfortable as this race goes on. Did have a few taps on the wall, but so did everybody, it looks like. Okay, Wilfred Boney into the pits. That's probably the end of his race for now. No, he is putting on new tyres and coming out. Okay, and this is where, as you said, this is where Mayo Man has been very, very strong in this track. And now, can he retain? Oh no, he's lost 2/10 there. But he's all over the back of Budge. Budge defending the inside, and he's derating. And this is it was good that Budge got out. Oh, Mayo Man is around! Mayo Man is around the Bunsies! Oh my! That has to have handed the championship to Budge, because Mayo Man is now damaged. Oh my, all over the back. Mayo Man is all over the back, and the pressure of trying to keep up with Budge. Oh, and Elite Carbon is around. Angry Chameleon getting back ahead of Elite Carbon. What happened there? Shamrock all the way up to 4th. So we had a collision between Chameleon and Elite Carbon, it looks like, allowing Shamrock to get all the way up into 4th. And Budge now is probably going to cruise to the end of this race and take his first win in a long, long time. But that may decide the championship because Mayo Man drops. And there's Wilfred, who is DNF'd on track. We have a Sector 3. Don't tell me we're going to have a damn safety car. No, we don't. We are really not getting safety cars here at all. And I think that is just the way Monaco is, as Spider-Man said in the chat earlier on. That is insane. Okay. Whew. Here we go. Oh, and this is to the end. It looks like Budge is well ahead now with four and a bit laps remaining in this race. Mayo Man is into the pits because he's decided that he can't get to the end as it stands and still retain that spot to Shamrock. Shamrock, all of a sudden on those hard tyres, that stint just sticking in has gotten him all the way up into third position. Chameleon all the way back to fifth. And I think he's fairly safe now. Mayo Man will get that position back if he gets on these tyres, if he gets to the end. Or if he catches within 3 seconds, yeah, he will. He is now in the 3 seconds of Angry Comedian, who is on those much, much older 23-lap-old tyres. Budge cruising to this win, although he has given up a second to Bunsey behind him. But as you saw, Mayo Man there trying to take over. Is Mayo Man around? Looks like Mayo Man was around again, and he's lost a lot of time to Chameleon. That may mean that Chameleon retains that spot on track because Mayo Man is a long way back. Blue Gunner has caught up a long way on Mayo Man as well. So, but there is 34 seconds between him and then Blue Gunner's going to the end of this race on. No, he's not, because he stopped. He was on the softs to begin. We stopped earlier. I beg your pardon. Okay, Mayo Man already getting back into that time. He looks like that reprieve was very short-lived for Angry Chameleon there. Shamrock will get there. If he's not going to, it doesn't look like he'll catch up with Bunsey to take advantage of that. Oh, that was a big, big bang. And again, Budge not particularly caring right now about Bunsey on these final laps because all he has to do is stay within 3 seconds of Bunsey and he will retain this win. So we are on lap 37. We have 37. We have 3 laps to go, and Budge has been in command the whole way through this race. He just looked I guess, a little bit tentative earlier on in the middle sector when Mayo Man was pressurising him, but he kept his cool and he stayed ahead, and ultimately it was Mayo Man who gave up the ghost when he put himself into the wall trying to attack Budge through sector 1. Angry Chameleon has now dropped back behind. Yeah, he didn't stop. He must have done damage to his wing, so he's given up the position on track, and he is just trying to get home now. He has 34 seconds to the next driver, so it looks like he will retain 6th position in this race. Elite Carbon pulling away. Elite Carbon pulling away now from Angry Chameleon, Mayo Man behind him, but he is not likely to catch and overtake Shamrock due to the penalty and the time difference between them now at the moment. Budge, this is a real hard attack by Bunsey, but Bunsey does not only need to get by him, he needs to get by him and pull out by 3 seconds, as we keep saying. So we will go back. It looks like a bit of a Valtteri Bottas Blue Gunner battle going on here, and then Major Jam and Why Not See here as well. I don't know if there will be team orders here. Why Not See last week was giving up the position, but it looks like, that's the back markers. Yeah, it looks like Budge and Bunsey have got by. Budge has actually lapped his number 2 in the championship, Major Jam, who's sitting in 10th. That is something that you don't see every day. And there we go. We have a pit stop. Chameleon going on to the softs for the final 2 laps here. He's getting a new wing. Will he get out ahead of Blue Gunner? Oh, he will. Absolutely. Blue Gunner's only coming through. Blue Gunner's only coming down through swim pool, and Chameleon is already exiting the pits. So the gap was there, well gap there. He had a free stop, so that he didn't have to struggle the last 2 laps. So as I say, Budge looking like he's strolling to the end of this. Bit of a wobble there from Bunsey. And we are on the final lap of this race, and we will stick with the leaders because realistically there's nothing else going on track. It is being spread out. This is where the battle has been the whole race. And Budge, who has led all the way through this race, is still in the lead, coming through the second sector in and down around through the famous hairpin. Looks like Budge is going to lead from start to finish, and he will be a pole to win completer in this season. He's one of the only guys now, but this is 4. And that is a bit rash there but it doesn't really matter all that much. Budge will retain the first position, although he needs to get a move on because he now only needs to lose another 1.5 seconds, which he's already done. And that's tough. But it looks like there we have it, folks. Bunsey to pass the line first, but Budge comes in second and takes that win. Shamrock coming around through the final turns, up to the final turn, and he's going to be the last guy on the podium. And that is it, folks. That is the way the podium will look. Budge, Bunsey, Shamrock, Elite Carbon, all over the back of Supreme Bio. I don't know what's going on here. And that's a bit of messing going on there. Angry Chameleon coming down through the tunnel. We have Major Jam, Why Not See, Supreme Bio and Mormick all finished because they were a lap down. It looks like, or is Mormick still going? Supreme Bio is finished. That is Mormick finished now. And Chameleon is coming around. We will have Chameleon, Blue Gunner and Valtteri Bottas to be the last to pass the finish line in this race. Woo! That was heartbreaking stuff for some of the guys on track early on in this race. Why Not See and Major Jam losing second and third all the way and end up in 9th and 10th. And Budge extends his championship lead by a ton of points coming into the final 4 races of this season. Folks, that is Wheel to Wheel Week 20 in Monaco. I apologise for the sound of the game. That may actually be it may actually be related to what happened earlier, as I said, in regards to the deletion on Streamlabs. There we go. That's us, folks. That is the end of the Monegasque Wheel to Wheel Season 3 race GP. We'll run through the standings. It is Budge in first for his first win and his first ever in Season 3 pole to win in a race. We had Bunsey in second in the Haas. We had Shamrock in third in the Williams, and then we had Mayo Man, Elite Carbon, Angry Chameleon in sixth, Valtteri Bottas in seventh, Blue Gunner all the way back down in the other Haas in eighth, Major Jam jumping up to ninth past Why Not See because he had 9 seconds in penalties. And there we have it, Supreme Why Not See in 10th. Supreme Bio not doing Major Jam any favours. No love lost there. He's after taking the fastest lap off Major Jam. And then we had Mormick. And then we had the DNFers of Wilfred Boney, Vernie Vern and Welsh Wizard. Folks, that is week 20. All done and dusted. We had only 15 incidences all. I'm sorry, that's the driver. Sorry, big right incidents. Here we go. I was thinking that was a bit small, but here we go. Not too many of these either. Not too many of these either. There we have it. Did Budge get any? Budge get exceeded tracks limits warning there, so we did get one this time. Folks, that is week 20. I am going to call it a day, and I'm going to try and fix my damn sound. Thank you very much for joining us once again. Join us next week. We will go to the alternate thing here. Join us next week in Austria. That's not. Oh, it is the Austrian flag. It's just joined with the Hungary. So we are Monaco, Austria, Hungary. The final race that is not in Europe is in China in week 23, followed by Imola. And folks, let's have a look here and see. Budge 253 now with 25 points at 278, and Major Jam is on 232. I don't think Mayo Man Mayo got he got 15, 12, 18, 15, 10, 12. He may be 230. So Major Jam just retaining second place, but the battle is now for second, as Budge is going to be about 56 points? No, 46 points ahead. 232, 270, 46 points ahead going into the final races of the season. Budge only needs to retain get some points in the final race of the season. I think that has seen him take his third in a row championship. Folks, that is it. That is the way this situation looks. I know we spent a lot with the racers at the front, but there wasn't a whole lot going on behind as a result of that early crash. We also may have some penalties to report on next week, and there may be some changes in the standings yet again as a result of that. All right, folks, thank you so much. That is week 20.